This is Week. I hope you had a great Sunday. And today we are going to talk about maybe forgotten for some or unforgotten for some a fragrance that was very important for me through my journey. And I wanted to share a review of this beautiful fragrance called Acteur by Loris Azzaro. The house of Azzaro was a very trendy house from the 70s up to late 90s and was owned by the Italian designer Loris Azzaro. This fragrance is a very unique fragrance in the world of the male fragrances, and I really love this fragrance, and I think remain under radars and has been even underrated for a while, and few people knows the real value of this fragrance. Hi, I don't know who is online, but whoever you are welcome. This fragrance, I'm going to talk about it. First, I want to break down the notes because I always start like that. It will give you some idea what is inside of this fragrance. Acteur by Azzaro is a woody spicy fragrance for men. It was launched in 1989. The nose behind this fragrance is Maurice Maurin. Maurice Maurin, who also created a Bogart signature. Hello, Dushan. How are you? How are you doing, my friend? I hope you are doing fine. He created Bogart signature also in 1975. He created few fragrances, but they were all great. Top notes are fruity notes, cardamom, bergamot, mace, and calamus. Heart notes are rose, carnation, patchouli, vetiver, cedar, and jasmine. Base notes are leather, oak moss, musk, and amber. Well, that will give you an idea about what we are talking now. Main accords are rose, woody, warm and spicy, floral, earthy, leather, mossy, aromatic, fruity, and animalic. This fragrance, it's a real masterpiece. I really have to be very pushy on that because few fragrances come close to Acteur, and I really mean it. Really, Maurice Maurin, he done a great job with this fragrance, and really the mixture of fruity notes, also spices, bergamot, and floral notes, rose, carnation, woody notes, leather, amber, musk, and vetiver. It's fantastic. Here we got the perfection in the bottle. It's one of the best rosy fragrance I ever sniffed. The only fragrance that come to my mind, which is pretty close to Acteur by Azzaro, is Renato Balestra Argento, which previously I reviewed. You can check it out. I reviewed, and it's on my playlist. And really, this fragrance, it's such a beautiful. I have it right on my wrist. It's very well blended. The rose is laying behind the notes. It's not a pushy, rosy fragrance. It's also woody, leathery, spicy, and also has that beautiful vetiver notes. Such a beautiful fragrance that, in my very humble opinion, it's one of the best male fragrances from the line of Azzaro, by all means. And really, I always wondered why the house of Azzaro discontinued this beautiful fragrance, because this fragrance really deserved to be on the shelves. Also, there is another fragrance that come to my mind is Globe by Rochas that I also reviewed. They are on the same ballpark. That for sure. They're on the same ballpark. And this fragrance, it's a woody, floral, spicy fragrance. And really, the rose notes are very dominant, but they are not here pushy. It means that the rose will follow through the day with you, but you can never say this is a pushy rosy. I smell like a rosy fragrance for ladies. No, here the rose is very masculine, very well blended, and it's an absolutely a stunner that how Maurice Maurin he managed to compose this fragrance because he really did a great job with this one, and really it's a great fragrance for a designer house that they don't make fragrances such as this anymore. And this is very unfortunate because I think that designer brands became a little bit second class today, and they don't stun us anymore. In the 80s or in the 70s, they were always able to stun us. With the fragrances such as this. And here we have a floral notes of jasmine, rose, carnation, so well blended, so well mixed with woody notes and leathery notes that it's really amazing how a perfumer can manage to create such a great fragrance for a designer. And very unfortunate that the brand of Azzaro discontinued this fragrance because for me it's one of the best male fragrances ever made and really deserve to be on the market once again. And maybe they can reformulate, but at least they have to keep it alive because this fragrance it's a true theatrical fragrance. It's a true masterpiece, and it's really smell like a little bit a gothic fragrance for Count Dracula can wear such a fragrance. And later brands such as Mask Milano and Amwedge they try to get inspired by this fragrance and they failed because here this fragrance is very unique and never been paired since. I really believe the only fragrance because it also has that earthy green chypre background, which is very unique. And the only fragrance that really come close to this, as I said, is Renato Balestra Argento, because that one also is a beautiful rosy fragrance, but the quality of Acteur by Azzaro it's far better than Renato Balestra Actor, because the Renato Balestra Actor it's a very nice fragrance, but still I prefer Acteur by Loris Azzaro or Azzaro, because today they don't call it a Loris Azzaro anymore. They just call it the House of Azzaro. But we have to know that the founder of this house was Italian designer Loris Azzaro. And this fragrance, to me, is a real milestone because it's a classic, it's floral, it's woody, it's also leathery, and a very unique fragrance that's set apart even from other fragrances from the House of Azzaro. And that's make this fragrance so unique and so pleasant. When you wear, I'm smelling right now on my wrist, when you wear this fragrance, it's a real sophisticated, classy, pushy, and also has that good vibes fragrance that you don't find anymore. The notes are very natural. I don't detect synthetic notes here, and I really just wondered if few of you have ever tried this. For example, Dushan, have you tried Acteur by Azzaro, or you never tried? I don't know when this fragrance was discontinued. I think it was around until, let's say, 2003, 2004, was still available. It's not that, maybe I'm wrong, but it was available and is still available on some special website, or you can still find it, but not for a low price. If you really want to get Acteur by Azzaro, you have to pay something around $150 up to $200 for the vintage bottle, because prices are soaring and it's getting to be very hard to find this fragrance. This one, I also know that was maybe the last fragrance supervised by Loris Azzaro, because after that he got retired and he left his company in the early 90s. So this is the last fragrance that he really supervised, and he gave his approval for this fragrance. And I think it's very important when a designer approve his own fragrances, because today they say Azzaro, but Azzaro is not alive anymore. They say Paco Rabanne is not alive. Yves Saint Laurent is not alive. So it's not the same thing. When those guys were alive, fragrances were made in a different way. Fragrances were made under their supervision. And the whole process was under the kind of scrutiny from Azzaro or from Yves Saint Laurent or from Paco Rabanne. And that's why those fragrances made in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s, or in the 60s were different than now. Because those fragrances were very beautiful, extremely well made. The perfumer were master perfumer chosen by the designer for the job they were asking for, and there were guys that they were highly skilled, highly sophisticated, and they wanted to bring something unique. They wanted to bring something that will last through the times. Today, fragrances are just made, are just ready for wear, and they are not here to last. I'm sorry to say. Fragrances are made to last 2-3 years, and after that, another one will replace. That we are living in the world of flankers. But until 2000, we were not living in the world of flankers. We were living in the world of new releases. And new releases that were made to last. And that's why I cherish fragrances from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Because those fragrances, they were made to last. And they were made under the supervision of the designer themselves. And that's why they were more sophisticated, more classy, more unique than now. Now fragrances are, I will not say are bad, but they are very similar to each other. They are following the same trend, and they are not made to last. They will not pass the test through the times. So this is my opinion. I don't know if you share or you don't share my opinion, but if you agree, you can say something. We are here to chat. And I can answer to you live, but you can also drop a comment. But if you don't want to chat, then that's not a problem for me. You don't want to chat, it's up to you guys. So this is my final take on Acteur by Loris Azzaro from 1989, one of the most beautiful rosy male fragrance that I ever sniffed and I own in my collection. So I don't know if you had experienced this fragrance, you had it in your collection or not. Let me know about it. I'll be always happy to read your comments. And I hope you enjoyed this live. I will do another live very soon. So I still wait for 20 more seconds if you have any question to ask. Otherwise, I will end this transmission, because if you are not here to chat, I'm not here to keep this conversation for longer time. So that's it. So it's up to you guys. You have a question to ask, or you want me to answer to your question. It's about the right time to do. Otherwise, have a great Sunday. Stay fragrant. Wear only what you want to wear. And remember, this channel, it's a channel of vintage and new releases. But maybe you know by now that I am a vintage lover, and this is my passion. My passion has always been fragrances that I really cherish the most, and the most of them are fragrances from the 60s, from the 70s, from the 80s, and from the 90s. I don't like too much fragrances after 2000, because I think those fragrances, they became step by step more casual, more mainstream, and more crowd pleaser. Before, fragrances were made to be unique. They were made to last, and they were made to be just fabulous. Today, fragrances are less unique. They are not made to be last, and they are not fabulous. I'm sorry to say. And what was good before, you didn't spend $400 to smell great. You could just smell great with designer fragrances with a very affordable prices, $75, $80. But today, if you want to smell great, you have to spend $300, $400, and even you smell not that great, you smell average, because the problem is that the designer fragrances, the quality has been lowered, and lots of people, they dislike more and more designer fragrances, so they switch to niche houses, and the prices from the niche houses are just too expensive for lots of us. That's it, my friends. Have a great day. Enjoy your Sunday, whatever you do. God bless you all. Thanks for being here, even if you were silent. I appreciate it. And I'll be back soon with another fragrance review. Thanks to Shan. Well, I hope that the next time you talk more. Have a great Sunday. And God bless you, everyone. Remember, wear only what you want to wear. And don't follow the hype, because the hype might fool you. Always test, smell, and pull the trigger if you are interested. God bless you all. Cheerio.